Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. As many of you have joined from different countries and different time zones. We welcome to KHA Homeopathy Study Group Pro Bono webinar hosted by Kavita Holistic Approach. Before we start, we would thank Universe for giving us this great opportunity with Gayatri Mantra chanted by Professor Regina from Brazil. I would like to take the privilege to say that our KHA Homeopathy Study Group is very unique homeopathy pro bono study group from the United States of America, which formed to unite world-renowned practitioners throughout the globe. KHA's mission and vision are very unique to inspire young homeopaths, mentor, provide excellency for educational purposes using holistic approaches via webinars, which provide professional continuing educational homeopathic credits for practitioners, which follow the principles of classical homeopathy, and we invite speakers for integrated webinars. We value and treasure the human collective as our honorable peers. We provide merit certificate for spreading the light of homeopathy worldwide, while celebrating stage 4 cancer survivors through our inspirational book talks. These webinars are for educational purposes only and see expert homeopath for treatment. This is Kavita Kokunur, board certified homeopath from Michigan, USA, president and CEO of Kavita Holistic Approach, founder and director of Homeopathy Study Group. I am outreach coordinator of CHC PR committee, encouraging homeopaths to become CHC certified. I am member of Kevin Friendly Foundation, a non-profit organization that helps to serve poor people in greater needs in India. Verma and Professor Regina, would you like to chant Gayatri Mantra, please?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you for the opportunity. Om Bhuvat Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyan Bargo Devasya Dimahi Jiyo Yona Prachodaya. Many blessings to the universe. Namaskarams.
Thank you, Professor.
Namaskaram.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar from different countries and different time zones. I thank KHA Homeopathy Study Group entire team for the continuous support from bottom of my heart. This webinar is moderated by KHA family, Professor Regina Rianelli, KHA Chief Administrator Dr. Sweta Singh, Dr. Nupur Shah, and Dr. Sweta Verma. Today's webinar is moderated. It is being recorded as we speak, and we are live on Facebook. In Scheible, she's California Homeopathic Society, Medical Society President. Kathleen is an experienced homeopath, CCH certified, and graduated from Pacific Academy of Homeopathy, and has a general practice in San Francisco for over 10 plus years. Kathleen founded the Bay Area Homeopathy Association in 2007 and is the current president of California Homeopathic Medical Society. She runs free homeopathic clinics twice monthly at Community Well in San Francisco. She runs international homeopathic conferences through CHMS, which is coming up soon. For more information, visit www.bernalhomeopathy.com. Let us welcome our honorable speaker, Kathleen Scheible, to our webinar.
Thank you so much. And I also want to just thank Kate Birch for her presentation today. It was a lot of information to process and very well presented with the data. So thank you, Kate. Okay, I'm going to just share a quick presentation with all of you today. I know we don't have a lot of time, and but I'm happy to answer any questions. I think it's pretty straightforward. I just want to share a little bit about the state, in a way, the state of homeopathy in California in present day, which I'm sure I can't cover in comprehensive detail, but I can share a bit about my knowledge of, and also what I hope to do moving forward in the near future. So a little background on the CHMS. It is actually it's been around for quite a while, founded in 1877. For most of its lifetime has only been a medically licensed society until about 10 years ago, when it was opened up to include professional homeopaths such as myself. And the activities of the CHMS, you know, I think I can't speak for the 1800s, but I think it was a very active society back then in terms of membership and in terms of debate and regular get-togethers, as well as the journal associated with the CHMS, which currently it is a bit on pause, but that is called the California Homeopath, and we have a couple of versions published right now online, and there are many past print articles for. But our main activity in recent years has been the annual conference. We have one coming up this year. Whoops. Yeah, June 4th through the 6th of this year, we hope to have a live conference. We may not be able to do that depending on state of California Health Department of whether or not we're able to meet in person, but that is our goal. I just want to give you a snapshot of our board of directors and officers. So we have monthly board meetings, as most nonprofits do. Let's see. This is also for our upcoming conference. This was our lineup actually from last year, which we had to cancel, focusing on constitutional care. This year we have pretty much the same lineup, except we will have Dana Ullman joining us instead of Lindy Woodard, who kind of is up in the top left there. But it should be, as ever, a pretty collegial conference, we hope, especially if we're able to meet in person. We get the feedback that there's always a lot of good dialogue. It's a pretty small conference typically, and we hope to just foster, again, dialogue, debate in a good way, and new ideas in homeopathy. I wanted to also touch on the Bay Area Homeopathy Association, which I had founded in 2007 with a core group of other homeopaths. And currently today we have over 100 homeopaths in the Bay Area in our membership. The purpose of BAHA is pretty much just to keep, we have a lot of homeopaths in the Bay Area, hundreds, I would say. And so we hope to keep in touch with one another and share information about case management, practice management, and also mentorship opportunities for those younger homeopaths who are trying to get their footing and get some experience. So that is another California organization. So what I just want to also share in terms of, you know, we've all been affected this past year. It's been such a, not only with COVID-19 and the pandemic and, you know, the various measures that have come out of that, but it's been an extraordinary year here in the United States around the kind of trauma that is coming up for people for so many reasons. Here in California, we have been faced with increasing wildfires of increasing frequency and severity. You know, our society is in California, but Texas is also experiencing a drastic, you know, horrendous situation right now with the freezing temperatures and the lack of access to water. This past year with the killing of George Floyd, a lot of people experienced, for lack of a better term, racialized trauma, regardless of their race. In a way, I think we're starting to hopefully come to terms with the legacy of racism in this country and how we embody that in an epigenetic way. And so it takes work to undo that. And I highly recommend and have taken class around the work of Resmaa Menakem, who wrote a book called My Grandmother's Hands about racialized trauma. And so, and also our current California Surgeon General, Nadine Burke-Harris, has done some good work and written a book called The Deepest Well around mental and emotional trauma of children, looking at ACEs and how to help undo that trauma so that they can have healthier outcomes in the future because of basically constitutional effects of trauma over one's lifetime. And then, you know, if we're honest with ourselves here in the state of California in current modern practice, we're for the most part, we're not reaching underserved communities. They cannot afford our services. Some of us are able to offer lower cost or free care, but really not at scale, in my opinion, just yet. So these are areas that I think we really, we could be doing a better job, and speaking for myself as well. So I'll just share a couple of opportunities or examples of things that I think are in the right direction. But again, I think we need to do much better. And I think we need to try to lead from California because, well, because we have a very diverse population, and people have been open to integrative and alternative medicine here for at least 60 years, if not hundreds of years. And so I think there's with that becomes a great opportunity and responsibility. I'll just share quickly, for the past few years, I have gotten involved with the Integrative Healers Action Network, and they are a partner with the Red Cross. We go into Red Cross shelters, and this past year, because of COVID, also county-run shelters and our own pop-up clinics as well, to try to transform trauma into resilience after a community has had a disaster such as the California wildfires. So they take volunteers for homeopaths, naturopathic doctors, chiropractors, osteopaths. I believe this year they are looking to integrate also mental health care providers, mainly who do somatic work in mental health care. So heart math and that sort of thing. And so that has been a tremendous effort and has really informed my practice, but also shown me that I think integrative healthcare can be done in a collaborative clinical setting like we're doing in these clinics. And it's very powerful. It's not a luxury for these people to have these services as they're going through this trauma. It really is. I mean, we've received so much feedback of people just feeling human again for the first time when they're receiving these services during this time. So it's really important work, and I think it can be a model of something that can be expanded throughout the US, I hope. And then I have been able to also participate in a free homeopathic clinic for San Franciscans who are in need, who cannot afford regular care. In the Excelsior district in San Francisco, this clinic is paid for by the San Francisco sugary drinks tax. And so the 2 homeopaths who participate are able to be paid for that work. But it is free to participants. So that is another area where I feel we are reaching some underserved populations, and at the same time, homeopaths are having their time honored as well. I hope both of these examples we can build on to help scale some public health opportunities in California, because I believe that is our biggest opportunity. And again, with there being so much trauma and so much need in this moment, I also think it is our imperative to help diversify homeopathy. We are, at least here in the US, we certainly have probably a majority of white practitioners. You know, I've found in working volunteering in the places that I do, we need to find many more Spanish-speaking homeopaths. And along these lines, I think it's important to have employment opportunities for homeopaths because that is the only way to make this an equitable profession, to try to engage with a more diverse population of homeopaths, in my opinion. You know, and just looking for efforts to get homeopathic care integrated as an option in our public health systems. I have given a presentation recently to the San Francisco Department of Public Health, Integrative Pain Management Department, and I'm hoping to further that relationship in the near future. So that's just a really quick snapshot. I think we're basically out of time, but I'm happy to take any questions if anybody has any.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. That was a fabulous presentation, and we will see if anyone has any questions. Dr. Sweta?
No, ma'am, there are no questions.
And anyone, if they are interested, they can visit the website, and there is so much to learn. And since we are out of time, we just shared a little bit about CHMS, but the conferences are wonderful. You can join. And Kathleen is doing excellent job, incredible that is. So Professor Regina, would you like to say anything, please?
Absolutely. Congratulations, Kathleen. It was a wonderful presentation. I would like to add that when I was a baby, my mother took me to Eli Tuckler. She is a eunicist and she has a homeopathic clinic in California, in the San Francisco area. She's a long red-haired lady. She's a wonderful person, very sharp. And in Brazil, we used several medications to form one matrix. There she used just once. One medication, she healed thoroughly. I would like to learn from her, but now we're countries apart. But she's a very nice lady. Perhaps she could connect with you guys and add. She's a very positive person. Eli Tuckler, Tuchler. Eli Tuckler, very nice lady. Saying that her client from Brazil. She will probably remember because visited her frequently and took many people there because it was so, the reference was good. And then it's like showing the bees where the honey is. Congratulations, cheers on your clinic work, pro bono for the less fortunate ones. This is what I do for life here in Brazil, because my salary comes from university professor. And then I use it to offer to the homeless in the free clinic and in the poor neighborhoods that live in the mountains here. That's why I catch so many dengues, all the Zika possibles, all the chikungunyas, because I go where there are very low hygienic offerings from the government. It was a blast getting to know you and
likewise.
Dr. Kate Bursch as well. It's been a splendid Sunday. Thank you. Namaskarams.
Professor Regina and Dr. Sweta, would you like to share anything, please? Dr. Sweta Singh.
Thank you, ma'am. And I would like to congratulate both of our speakers today, Dr. Kate and Kathleen, for sharing this beautiful presentation. And for Kathleen, your association is doing a wonderful work to promote homeopathy. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing the updates of the upcoming webinar. Wish you both success. Thank you.
And we would like to take privilege to honor your gracious presence, Kathleen, at our study group today with our caste certificate. And thank you so much. Please kindly accept it. Dr. Sweta Verma, would you like to share, please?
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Love California. I have been there for 5 years, and so many homeopaths, they are doing excellent job. Wonderful. So thank you, Kathleen. And anyone has any questions, or we would like to share the upcoming events? If you have anyone has any question, we can take one question and then go ahead with the upcoming events. All right.
There are no questions, ma'am. We can proceed.
Thank you so much. On March 7th, we have Dr. S. Praveen Kumar speaking about, are we heading for a miracle in HIV treatment? And we also have another speaker, Dr. Uma Rani, co-volunteer, who speaks about homeopathy in menstrual abnormalities. And on March 21st, we have Dr. Sanjay Modi sharing his knowledge on homeopathy in pathological cases. And we also have Homeopaths Without Borders, Hole Mangonian, sharing about how their work is affecting and making a big change in the society of homeopathy. We have many more renowned homeopaths lined up for CA webinars. And there is $10 discount for becoming NCH member when you enter CA 2021 code. And for registration, visit www.jhc.info. Do not miss this great opportunity of this JAC conference, Joint American Homeopathic Conference. I had been speaker there last year, and it's a wonderful, and please do not miss that one, which is going to be held in April 23rd to 25th. And also California Homeopathic Medical Society conferences, which are going to be held in June, as we heard from Kathleen. So I thank CA Homeopathy Study Group entire team for the continuous support. We have many CA volunteers participating here in today's webinar, and appreciate them and thank them. And we always appreciate all the participants who have been joined from different countries and different parts of the zone, USA, New Zealand, India, South America, Australia, Malaysia, and many more countries attending our webinars. Thank you so much for your presence and undivided attention. And we always thank the universe and all the dignitaries of CA speakers who have been attended in all our webinars. So anything, Dr. Sweta, would you like to share before we wrap? And Kate and Kathleen, would you like to say anything, last words before we end the webinar, please?
I'll just say thank you so much for hosting this, and I'm really grateful for having the opportunity to share with so many places around the world. That's like a little bit, a speck of sunlight and the dawn of a new era. We've got that coming.
If you all agree, do you mind 2-minute mindful meditation which Kate wanted to write? Kate, would you like to share that?
Yes.
So thank you, universe.
May I please say, they sent me a direct message from Dr. Alexandra from England, that's in Portugal because of the COVID. She says, thank you so much to all these great speakers and all people involved. I have to leave, but highly appreciated the time spent with you. Until soon, my best, Kate. Sorry, Alexandra.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Professor Regina. I know many
Please
are
go ahead.
Many are watching live Facebook, and we have the recording, so they can watch at leisure time. Thank you so much. Yes, Kate, please. Would you like to do that for us 2 minutes, please?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just going to open it up. You know, I put forth many questions in the presentation, and these are questions that, you know, come from my soul or so. And I think we all have ideas that we want to come forth. There is a future that's waiting to unfold. And the more we can recognize inside of ourselves what that future looks like, the more likely the reality is. So the prayer intention would be to allow the space for that. Yes, if you want to lead it, Kavita.
Good. Thank you, Kate. And you have a video to play, or the meditation? No, that is good. This is good enough. Thank you so much. And we will see you all in the next webinar. And we, Dr. Sweta, would you like to wrap up, please?
It's a breath of fresh air, your meditation, Kate. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
You all. Thank you, Kate, and thank you, Kathleen, and to all the volunteers and the participants. See you all at the next webinar. You can tune to the CAST. If you have any questions, just email us at caststudygroup@gmail.com and fill the jot form to get the certificate.